I can't think of anything to say that would make anything any better, but I am sorry for what I did, truly. I deserve everything I get.
A North Carolina transient who abducted and murdered a former Bighorn County sheriff this summer in Billings is sentenced to life in prison.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Russ Riesinger.
And I'm Janelle Slade. This afternoon, convicted killer Donald Gray told Judge Gregory Todd he deserved life in prison, and the judge agreed.
Joy, you served 25 years in law enforcement, including a 4-year stint as the Bighorn County sheriff was killed back on June 10th. Now, police say that Gray abducted Joy outside of the post office on 15th Street West, stabbed him to death, and dumped his body at Lewis and Clark Middle School.
At the time of the murder, the killer had only been in Billings for 1 week, and documents state Gray told officers it all started because he was not familiar with the area and needed a car to get back to North Carolina.
Well, as you might imagine, it was an emotional day in the courtroom as the family of William Joy faced his killer. Q2's Samantha Sullivan takes us there.
On June 10th, 2018, our lives were changed forever. That was the day you decided your own selfish needs and desires were more valuable than the life of our father, William Joy.
The family of former Bighorn County Sheriff William Joy, remembering him as a kind man, a man of God, serving communion to thousands of hospital patients at Billings Clinic, and in his 80th year, becoming a Franciscan brother, planning to provide services to the Crow Nation.
A good man who worked for years trying to prevent people like you from hurting others. A man who was dedicated to his family, to his community, and to his church.
The family says Joy was never hurt during his 25 years in law enforcement, making it even more difficult to comprehend how he died in this way.
And I hope and pray that as the years comes that I can understand how this all fit in. But right now, I don't see that.
As Donald Gray sat and listened, he rarely looked up to face the family of the man he took away. Denise Joy says he never looked her in the eye.
I think that once a person has crossed that line and taken a life, no feelings of that loss really touch them very deeply. So I have no idea what would possess or what thought process or why someone would do something so awful.
There's one thing we know for sure. Our Father, William Joy, is in heaven right now, praying for your soul, and hoping one day you'll seek the forgiveness of God and reach heaven. That's the kind of man he was.
In Billings, Samantha Sullivan, MTN News.
Well, attorney Ed Zink tells MTN Gray will face a murder charge for the death of a North Carolina woman.
Once he is sentenced in that case, he will be brought back to Montana to serve out his life sentence here.